Dear viewers, due to continuous rise in the number of COVID cases and the fears of a new wave, we are forced to switch the program to voiceover mode for a few days. As soon as the situation gets back to normal, we'll be back with the original format of the program. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hello and welcome to another series of InNews program. Today's topic of discussion is Davos Agenda 2022 Issues and Significance. Points of discussion will be the news, what is Davos Forum, Davos Agenda 2022, key issues this year, its significance, PM Modi's address, India's response to evolving global challenges, conclusion, and lastly, question. First of all, let's see the news. Davos conference has begun in a virtual mode. During the address at the World Economic Forum, that is WEF Davos Agenda 2022 on January 17, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, who began a second 5-year term as UN Chief on January 1, highlighted urgent actions needed to help developing countries amid climate, coronavirus, that is COVID-19, and other crises. The first day of the Davos Agenda 2022, Xi Jinping, President of the People's Republic of China, Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi, and Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations, addressed the summit. In this summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also addressed the World Economic Forum's Davos Agenda via video conferencing. Further, President Xi also discussed the challenges that the world has faced and will continue to face this year, particularly in the light of the COVID-19 pandemic. He said that in the context of ongoing COVID response, we need to chart out new pathways for global economic recovery. Eco-globalization is the trend of the time. We should remove barriers, not erect walls, and seek integration. The event is being convened on the theme of the state of the world. Now let's understand what is Davos Forum. The World Economic Forum, often known as the Davos Forum. This forum started in 1971 and is traditionally held as an annual conference in Davos, Switzerland, for the discussion of global commerce, economic development, political concerns, and important social issues. This year, the Davos Forum is being held from 17 to 21 January 2022. The WEF's Davos Agenda Virtual Summit is hosting world leaders and heads of important institutions and organizations around the world, where they will discuss and present their ideas on how to address them. The WEF has been a global platform for leaders from business, government, international organizations, civil society, and academia to collectively address crucial issues. The WEF Summit brings together the who's who of the political and corporate world, including the heads of state, policymakers, top executives, industrialists, media personalities, and technocrats. Deliberations at the WEF influence public sector and corporate decision-making, especially on the issues of global importance, such as poverty, social challenges, climate change, and global economic recovery. Now let's discuss about Davos Agenda 2022. In this agenda, the WEF is emphasizing some aspects like to accelerate the forum's development and influence in addressing global concerns, particularly COVID and climate change, followed by solutions to overcome these challenges in education and global technology. To create a platform for collaboration to stimulate the production of new ideas and inventions by bringing together groups, projects, and individuals who are prepared to contribute. Further, global collaboration was central to the discussion, as was the next stages of the pandemic and the importance of vaccines. The Davos Agenda is a pioneering mobilization of global leaders to shape the principles, policies, and partnerships needed in this challenging context. The forum will host a series of virtual plenaries aligned with the annual meeting objective of orienting global leaders on the imperatives of the year ahead. Now let's discuss about the key issues this year. The three main areas of concern at the summit are climate action, pandemic recovery, and economic and social resilience. Further, to address and ambitious high-level leadership panels focusing on critical collective challenges. The global issues that will be discussed here are race to net zero emissions, ensure the economic opportunity of nature-positive solutions, create cyber resilience, strengthen global value chains, build economies in fragile markets through humanitarian investing, bridge the vaccine manufacturing gap, and use data solutions to prepare for the next pandemic. United Nations has also appealed to the business leaders to support developing countries in order to reform the global financial system. As we see in the current scenario, developing and low-income countries need access to COVID-19 vaccines. They need assistance to combat the climate crisis and its related consequences. Note that the latest report by Oxfam released recently has been stated that the wealth of some richest people in the world has increased and how taxing them will benefit millions who face the worst of situations due to extreme poverty. Moving on to the significance, thousands of ideas are generated at the Davos Forum by world leaders who share their perspectives and possible solutions based on unique, distinctive, and local experiences of individual nations or organizations. Nearly 2 years after the start of global disruptions due to COVID-19, economies, societies, and organizations are continuing to grapple with the unpredictable trajectory of the virus. The Davos Agenda will bring together heads of state and government, business leaders, international organizations, and civil society to discuss their perspectives, thoughts, and plans on the world's most pressing issues. It will also provide a platform for connection, enabling the public to watch and interact through live-streamed sessions and virtual connections. Now let's discuss about PM Modi's address. Speaking at the World Economic Forum's Davos Agenda 2022 virtual event, PM Modi called for collective and synchronized global action regarding policy making for blockchain-backed digital currencies. He also talked about some of the pressing issues like COVID, climate change, cryptocurrency, reforms, and initiatives taken by his government for ease of doing business. He also said that India is promoting ease of doing business, moving forward with great strength and vigor, following the path of self-reliance, incentivizing investment and production, etc. During the address, the PM proposed a P3 approach, which stands for Pro-Planet People. He said that India offers a bouquet of hope to the world. It includes our trust in democracy, it includes our technology, our temperament, and talent. India is now becoming the new attractive investment destination because of several initiatives taken by the government that appeal to the business community. Now let's understand India's response to evolving global. The Prime Minister at the conference said that India contributes 5% of the global carbon usage, but our commitment to phasing out non-renewable energy is 100%. Keeping our goal of global good, we have committed to net zero target by 2070. India's growth will be green, clean, sustainable, and reliable. He noted that along with the change of the global order, the challenges are also increasing, including supply chain disruption, inflation, climate change, and cryptocurrency. India has made digital payments its strength, with UPI with over 4.4 billion transactions. India is sending more than 50 lakhs software engineers. More than 50 lakhs software developers are working in India. India is world number 3, having maximum unicorns. More than 10,000 startups have registered during the last 6 months. And India is considered to be a world leader in vaccine manufacturing, and Indian pharmaceutical companies supply more than 50% of the global demand for different vaccines needed for global immunization problems. Lastly, let's see the conclusion. The first and foremost thing is that there is no planet B. A new governance model is crucial for our world. The primacy of society and nature needs to be at its focus instead of prioritizing the business and finance world. It means when the COVID-19 pandemic ends, the world will need a new governance model that differ from its predecessors in several fundamental respects. In particular, while finance, economics, and business remain vitally important, they must serve society and nature, not the other way around. Global governance has an unresolved problem. Both our institutions and our leaders are no longer fit for their purpose. As the fourth industrial revolution and climate change continue to disrupt our current lives, public and corporate governance needs to change too. In 2022, the COVID-19 pandemic and the myriad crises it spawned may finally start to recede. But even in that best-case scenario, a tsunami of new challenges, from the failure of climate action to the erosion of social cohesion, is within sight. Addressing them will require leaders to adopt a different governance model. Now moving on to the question for today. What is Davos Forum in this year? What are the key issues of the Davos Agenda? And what is India's response to evolving global challenges? Discuss. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.